Let's go. Let me change the coaching scene. There we go. And now we are watching Sun. Who's playing? Baptiste. I believe you told me this was Baptiste Anna. So, two things. Anna is not good yet, but if you can call me Sun, okay. If we do see a monkey ball meta, then Zarya may be really good. She may be replacing Sigma in the hybrid comp. So, you know, if that happens, I have stated before, I think Zarya ball is the... If Sigma stops being meta, I think Zarya ball is the next meta. Or Zarya Monkeyana, either or. Okay, let's see, Baptiste.
Statistically speaking, I usually get most of my team back alive, but who's counting?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so of course you need to heal the tanks mostly here. Make sure your Genji, make sure your Zenyatta isn't dead. That's a very important one. Spamming is good. I like it. Reloading a little bit too early, but I'm fine with it. I think you could have taken a couple more left click shots. Heal. You need to be healing your tanks. You let your tanks die. So, you can do both at once. You can left click and right click at once. Why are you not doing that? Like, I'm fine with you left clicking. Left clicking is good, it puts pressure on the enemy. But we heal here. We could shoot another one here already. But we don't. Now we shoot a second one. Not even now. See what I mean? It takes you a while to start shooting again. And your Rhine dies basically immediately. So what I'm saying is, don't wait until your Rhine goes below health to start healing. Just always be healing your Rhine or Zarya when they are engaged. Because they are gonna take damage soon, very soon. And usually you have a little bit of a travel time. So you have to take that into account. I'll be like, oh, I want to show you again. I'll be like, okay, I reload, I go in. We reload again for no reason. The first reload I'm okay with. This new reload, we only fired one shot. And the Rhine is taking damage, so we didn't need to reload. But in either case, I would be like, kill Rhine. Should have to get into the left mouse and right mouse button. What I usually do is I will pay a lot less attention to the damage. If I have to, I will not aim the damage. I will always aim the healing first. If I shoot into the ground, that's fine. Shooting into the ground is better than missing the health. So honestly, if you are not getting used to wall riding and shooting a Lucio, a little bit. It has a certain flow to it, for sure. But I would usually sacrifice a little bit of damage, no problem, to make sure my healing is always on point. Because here I would be like, instead of aiming and shooting, I'll just be healing my Rhine. I'll heal my Rhine and I hold left mouse button to make sure maybe I damage the shield a little bit more. It's not my priority to damage. My priority is making sure my tanks are alive. And here, we don't even throw the emo, so, you know, he just dies. We don't heal, we don't throw emo, we don't left shift. Fully got on healing, left button directing... yeah, a little bit. You can definitely do both at once. What I'm saying is that you should always prioritize aiming your healing and healing itself over doing damage to certain people. Because you can just spam in the general direction and maybe you'll still do some damage. But making sure your team is healed is more important. That's a great trick with Zarya. Killing the soldier is fine. Your Rhine is almost back. Killing the Genji is fine here. We should be able to push here. We actually have to push before the my creep comes back. Throw Emo down. I would just throw Emo down to allow my tanks to go aggro. They are both low. So I would have thrown my Emo down like a second earlier. Throw Emo down. we are not using emo at all. So one really good thing about running Baptiste with a brawl tanks is that you can use the emo to allow them to go very aggressive. If you throw the emo at them, your tanks can still get a lot of value, and you can heal them up for about 5 seconds, unless they shoot the emo first. So don't be afraid to use the emo very aggressively. That's true aggressive. But yeah, basically, I'm okay with that. Your Ryan has practiced that clearly, but in either case, don't be afraid to use your emo aggressively. That's what I mean. Using your emo aggressively is more than fine. We won the fight. We did some damage. We did some healing. We could have had more value with both of our left click or right click, but mostly you're healing. Just focus on the healing. Don't focus so much on the damage. I will say, if you are playing a brawl like Ryan Zarya brawl heroes, you basically have to hold down the right click to make sure you are healing as fast as you can, because Ryan and Zarya will take a lot of damage. They will also do a lot of damage, so if you keep them alive for as long as you can, then they will definitely win the fight, especially if you see more aggressive. Yep, this is okay. Healing with trance, so we go extra aggro. I thought this might have been very short because you guys have basically won the point here. Heal, don't worry about Bob, yeah. Just stay inside, don't worry about Bob. Heal, you stay on the high ground, that's good. You can shoot the Genji. Yeah, never mind, he's just dead. You can drop from the high ground if you have to, like, if you find it difficult that your long range healing with Bab is not very easy, because his projectiles have a drop and because he has a travel time. So maybe you shoot at Ryan here, but Ryan moves out of the way. So if you have to drop and play like here or here or here or wherever you have to play, to make it easier on yourself to heal, you should. Because you could have saved at Ryan if you had hit basically all of your shots, or if you were closer to use the healing burst. This fight is close, by the way. We cannot win at this point. I mean, we can win, but someone has to pop off to win, basically. So I would be like, yeah, I would just be like, regroup, honestly. But, grab is good. Maybe we can win it. Killing your Sun is fine. Healing your off support should usually be the priority here. Your Zarya is doing really good. That's a lot of damage. Ryan is back, so that's good. We killed the Moira, that's really good. I don't love this window, but I don't think it's bad. The reason I don't love it is that your team is kind of trying to push forward, so I would put it a little bit further forward. But I think it's fine. Oh, sorry, that's not you. This is you. Emo is good. You go back to the high ground, which is really good. Again, if you have to drop from the high ground to heal or to do damage or whatever, it's fine. Like, you're having a hard time aiming from the high ground. And I think it may be because you're so far away, but I'm not sure. Your Siren is silly, your Widow is silly, this is fine. If you have to, again, that's unlucky. No, not unlucky, but Could it have been prevented? Yeah, probably if you weren't playing so in the high ground, very much in the open. Like, if you're gonna play in the high ground, might as well play here. I think you still would have gone the shot. Like, good Widows just hit shots sometimes. Or even bad Widows just hit shots sometimes. But this is really bad for your team. Never mind, they just cap. I thought, we have no healer now. Maybe they will stall out. No, we just cap. Good job. Overall, okay. 3. We play Ana on defense, which is, again, fine. Like, this is not meta. I would not expect them to run Bo, Tracer, Echo. Which, this is basically, hey, find the Ana and kill her. Bo, Tracer, Echo is just drop on the Ana and she's dead. Drop on the Zenyatta and he's dead, right? Okay. We go for a random sleep. I dislike that. So, random sleeps are okay. Like, I get that sometimes you can't get value, but I feel like you should only go for sleeps when they are very high percentage to hit. So if you know you're gonna hit someone and you can put them to sleep, and it's in a position where your team can act on it, always go for it, because if it's high percentage, then you are likely to do it most of the time. In this case, Ryan has a shield, Ryan has a Zarya. Even if you sleep him, there's a chance that your team may not be able to act on it, because the Zarya can just bubble him. So, all in all, random sleep there is bad. The other one is high value. So it's very difficult to sleep Nano Blading Genji, for example, right? I asked him to send a vote with Ana and Bab, so maybe I firstly call it. So what I was saying is the other one is high value. If you can't sleep, if you see a Nano Blading Genji, you kind of have to go for the sleep. You probably will miss. It's very low percentage, but it's very high value. So if you can get it, that's really good. If you don't, well, you just basically wasted a cooldown. But the important thing is that you now don't have it for 12 seconds. So if they had any diving hero, if they had like anyone who could approach you, or if you just see a better opportunity, you basically cannot use this anymore. And a thing I want to make very clear is that sometimes just the threat of this being available is enough to force people away or force them to not commit Asard. Whereas if you use it, maybe Monkey can just dive you and kill you, right? Okay, we heal, this is fine. You could do a little bit more quick scoping, I guess. That's a thing you can probably practice. This is overall fine. Your Rhine died. I think he just got right click by McCree, pretty sure. Yep, stun, right click by McCree. Nothing you can do there. I mean, yes, there's something you can do there. If Ryan is at full health, he would probably have survived, but you only basically looked away for like 0.2 seconds. I don't know why you looked away. I will say that. You could have just kept looking forward, but overall, I think it's fine. I don't think it's your fault. I don't think you could have prevented it. I think you could have kept Ryan topped up and you could have prevented it, but I don't think it's your fault that he died. I think he was just going too far forward past the choke and he got McCree. Your Zarya also got 2 picks, so it should be on fight again. No. Sorry about that. You are very low percentage, very low value sleep. Same with the nade. Like, it would be great to have a nade now to make sure Zarya survives.
You're going to be okay.
She still survives, they don't push her, but I would have just naded the Zarya there because she got stunned by the McCree. He did get McCree. She got stunned by the McCree, and you can be like, okay, let's make sure she doesn't die because we don't have Ryan right now, so. Your aim is pretty good, I will say that. Your aim with Ana is really good. I think the biggest problem right now is your cooldowns. Your positioning is also solid. You should be playing closer to this side. Just in case they come above, but it's fine. They don't have like... Hanzo is the only one who can take that route anyway. I'm fine with that. By the way, that's what I meant. Hanzo shooting at you. You didn't die because he didn't headshot you. But if you play here, then it's harder for him to shoot at you because... like, this is the open. This is not. It's still pretty visible, but you're not 100% visible. And if you get shot, you can just hide this way, where your team is playing, rather than having to hide this way, where someone can just back around and kill you. You landed right here. You landed right here. Yep, that's good. Again, imagine if you had nade now. No, I don't like that. If we have a grab, just throw the nade into the grab. It's probably gonna get more value than keeping yourself at full health. You died anyway. So. McCree just flanked and killed 2 of us, which is unfortunate. And I'm not gonna say that there was a lot you could have done to prevent it, other than maybe calling it. If you called it, then I don't think there was a lot more you could do. And your top also got killed by the McCree, so you know. The McCree is basically been driving their team, to be honest. Close fight, we regroup, we just set up on the high ground, right? Now we just get out, Yep. This is an okay position. I like this more though, if only because if they have a Tracer, if they swap to Tracer, I know they don't have one right now. So this is fine, but if they get like a Tracer, if they get any kind of flanker that can just go this way, you are kind of very much by yourself. You will get no peeling from your team on the high ground. So I'm okay with this position now, but you have to keep in mind that we are just going to the high ground. Never mind me. So we should attempt a nade when they come in. The sleep again, random sleep, low chance. By the way, the nade on the other hand is your winning cooldown, because if you get one of these, even if you don't hit someone directly, it's an AoE that can really have a big impact on other people. So as soon as they start pushing in, I will be looking to throw my nade at them. Quick scoping here would be really useful if you know how to quick scope. That's fine, we heal the Tracer. We shouldn't be, really, we should let just the Zenyatta do it, but I'm okay with it overall. Nade. Nade. Always, if your team gets grabbed, or if your team does a grab, always use the nade on the grab. On your team, it's double the healing. I think it's double the healing, right? So it's double the healing. On the enemy team, it's anti-healing. So you know. Your Rhine actually died through trance. So believe it or not, if you had thrown this on your Rhine, he would have survived. Because then the 300 health would have been like... I believe it's 50% extra healing from the nade. So it would have been enough that your Rhine just doesn't die. I know you did. Like, I know the reasoning. The trance is really good. But right now, there is so much damage in Overwatch that sometimes trance is not enough. So, if you can, always throw the nade in. Yeah, and this is a lost fight because of that. So, I will say, I don't think this is your fault, but I do think you could have saved it by throwing the nade at your Ryan and your team. So I'm not gonna be like, you lost the fight, you are throwing, because that's not true. It's a minor detail to be like, yeah, I'm gonna throw, I know we are transing, I'm gonna throw it anyway just in case. It's a minor detail. But it would have maybe helped not lose the fight, or maybe just buy time to not die as fast. Yeah, hit the Rhine, none of the Rhine. Just none of the Rhine, yep. It's fine, you really don't go forward. He gets fucked, poor Rhine. Good sleep. Anti. Now anti the Rhine. It's fine, no one was touching, but... Ready, here we go. Baptiste again. By the way, I will say this. I think Ana is better on offense and Baptiste is better on defense for this map. Because on offense, if you hit a big nade, then your team can just go forward on it and like kill the enemy. Whereas you have to do that several times to have an impact on defense. But with Baptiste, you get more, he's a lot safer. You got Emo, you got the healing burst, he's got mobility. So I think Baptiste is probably better for defense, whereas Ana is probably better for offense. I will say that. We TP, we take the TP, we throw the Emo down. Just throw the Emo down. Throwing the Emo down here is 5 seconds for our team to win the game. It's okay. Again, I wanted to be behind the cover, but it's okay. We do throw the Emo down. It gets broken immediately because it's not behind cover. But yeah, and we get Hanso, that's unlucky. Again, this is another situation where I don't think you are throwing, like you threw the emo, but you didn't throw it behind cover, and we didn't use the burst, but because we got shot by the Hanzo and lost a lot of health at once. I don't think you're throwing, but I do think you could have changed the outcome of the fight. By the way, your team is still fighting on Moira. Nah, we lose anyway. It's fine. If your team is like, we can win, we winnable. I don't know what the comments were like. If your team is calling winnable, I'll just go Moira to get back faster. Not Lucio, because we already have a Lucio, and secondly, then we have no healing. But Moira comes back faster than Baptiste. Also, if you want to do damage, you can take this position. You can just be like, brap, hello, Ryan, brap, then drop. Or you can come up here. You can just jump up here. We push the Ryan, break the emo. Now that they have no emo, we can go very aggro and use our own emo very aggressively to try to kill people. Just throw the emo. If you throw the emo here, right? Your Ryan can kill their Ryan. Your Ryan Rosaria can kill their Ryan. That's risky. That's fine. Attacking is basically taking risks. When you attack, you're basically taking a risk every fight to turn the fight in your favor. Because the fight starts with the defense on the favor. They have the positional advantage, right? So what you're trying to do is you're trying to get risky to get trades at the least and to get fight wins at the most. Because if you get risky, right? Let's say if their Ryan dies and our Ryan dies, our Ryan is very close. So on offense, you want to be like, yeah, let's just go aggro. At least on first point. You end up emoing yourself anyway, so you know. Good, decent aim on the heals. Kill the Ryan, this is fine, we win the fight. Healing burst, yep, you can. Okay, don't do the Hanzo, but I was gonna say you can just heal the tanks on point and take the cap. Oh, risky doing damage on the left window? It is. It's definitely is. It's very risky because you don't have a Hanzo. But you can still be like, I'm just going to go in for like 1 second and tap the Rhine to do a little damage, but mostly just draw his attention away, right? Because you know that the Rhine is hiding here and the Rhine is not going in yet. You can just be like, hello, bap, then go out and help your team push. If it distracts the Rhine, that's good enough. I think we get it. We should get it. Because we have a tank Simon point, yep. We have window here. What do? We go top right, and when they put themselves on the choke, we just fire strike them all and kill them. I love this. They fucked up their window. You should tell your team that they should wait for you. Now go with the team. Always go with the team. Just to make sure, like you can be here and heal up and heal your Rhine. Instead of being here. If you need to drop, you can drop later, but Torv is not as important as making sure your tanks stay alive. Your Rhine is about to die. Good emo. You keep your Rhine alive. I'm fine with this. We should be using the window now. So this is another reason why you should drop here. Let your team use the window. It's so good. You have your Hanzo is dead, but you have a Torjun who can use it, a Hanzo who can use it, you can use it, Ryan can use it with Fire Strike, and Zarya can use it with right clicks. So right here, it's not doing a lot. Like, what's it doing? It's helping you kill Baptiste, who's dead anyway. And yeah, healing is good, but you can do the healing thing from below. And also, if you were below, you could be pressing shift right now and healing your team through the grab. We win anyway, we do cap anyway, but I do think that mostly because Baptiste has the ability to drop and then come back up right away. If you were like Anna, I would be like, no, don't drop, this is dumb. But because Baptiste can just drop and come back up whenever he has to, if someone pressures you, you can just be like, no, fuck you, right? That's the reason Baptiste is so good on this map. You can just drop, if you have to, then be like, prap, healing window, prap, emo, shift, for healing burst, and just be like, haha, I'm away, bitch. We take the cap. That's really good. Yeah, and they don't hook up. 10. Go. Okay, we already get a kill. We start with a kill. Oh, hold on, I have so many messages. Right, let's continue. Beep, beep, beep. Sleep, good sleep. Here you just time out with your Zarya and your Sen. Okay, your Sen just fucking went for it, but we killed him anyway. So, good job, sleeping the ball. Getting the kill. Your Sen went early, but that's fine. He got discarded and we killed him, so good job. I'm fine with this position, like this is usually considered the best. Killing your Ryan is good. I would throw a nade here just to make sure my Ryan survives, because on defense you do not want to lose anyone. If you lose someone, they die, and that would be like, yeah, because I have to reload now, basically, I'll throw the nade out and then reload. We're watching for the flank, which is fine. This is good. You're spamming the choke. Reloading inside is good, so you don't give them time to kill you. This is okay. Again, I don't love playing on the right, but it's fine.
60 seconds remaining. You're going to be okay.
You got nano. I assume you are just going to nano the Rhino or the Zarya whenever they try to push. So like nano right now. Good night. I don't think it was definitely not coordinated, but I think you got the. Oh, you didn't get in the grab, right? But like half a second, or maybe half a meter. I don't think you need 2 ults here. Don't bother nanoing. Yep, good job. They should be it, right? Yeah, they should be it. We have so many ults. Tyre should kill someone. Tyre kills no one. That's unlucky. Well, we can just nano Brian this fight, and he wins. He's playing very far forward, which is unlucky, but you know. As soon as they engage, I'll be like, yeah, that's your jungler just goes to Narnia. So your jungler is throwing, but that's fine. This is still very winnable. We have the ult advantage in that our ults are a lot better than their ults. And it's just fine, so I'll be like, Nano Rhine immediately. I'll be like, they're pushing as soon as they go through the choke, I Nano Rhine. We9 takes care of them. They're pushing now, so I'll be like, Nano Rhine, Nano Rhine, Nano Rhine, Nano Rhine. The dragon is not coming your way, I don't know why you're hiding. I'll be like, Nano Rhine, just destroy them from coming through the choke. Rhine is really good at the chokes, but really bad in the open. Because Rhine can only hold one direction. So he's basically exposing himself. I'll be like, just Nano Rhine when they are coming through the choke to kill them. At this point, just wait until he's back on the point. Wait, Nano Torture? I get that he's getting pushed. But I'm also very weirded out by this choice. Good sleep, good kill. Nade the ground for healing. Yep. We win anyway. We should win anyway. High Noon should not get a ton of value. But they push into the payload. This is bad. Okay, it looks like we lose the point. This is Shatter. It's got the Hanzo. Our tanks turned around. Okay, good. Good sleep. We kill. Ryan missed the charge, so that's unfortunate. This is okay. Focus on the choke instead of on the ball. Don't worry about the ball. You should be like making your Ryan surprise. Maybe shooting the Moira as she comes through, right? Don't worry about the ball. Tracer can't kill a ball. Instead, if you had prevented Moira from getting here, then it would be done already. It would be over. We missed both of our cooldowns, which is not great. Our Ryan is fine though, yeah. Yeah, this is a one game. Nice. So Julian can read. I think you play okay. I do think you could have had a bigger impact by going more aggressive with your cooldowns on a couple fights. Emo, nade, you could have had a bigger impact with those. Because those are cooldowns that can definitely change a fight. That said, I don't think you were throwing or anything. I think you played pretty well. I do think you could have gotten more value and won some fights your team lost. But overall, I think it's pretty solid. Don't be afraid to just use your cooldowns. Like I said, two things. I'm saying don't be afraid to use your cooldowns, but don't waste them. Like if you want to shoot a high value sleep, go for it. But keep in mind this should be high value. Like if I hit this sleep, we win the fight. The Nano Blade, if I hit this sleep, we win the fight, or if I miss it, we probably lose the fight. So that's what I mean with high value. Or a high percentage. Just a ball rolling your way, which you did a lot at the end. It's like, okay, yeah, I'll just flip the ball. That's really good. Okay, let's see. Okay. I think we may do another. Let's take a break. I'm gonna take a break and then see what I do next, if I do another one or not. Let's take a couple minutes break and I'll ask Rad in the DMs. Right? BRB again then. I'm gonna leave the game so you don't get the beep 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 all the time. Right, chat. Looks like Rod doesn't have any. Rod. Rod doesn't have any more votes for me, so we'll call it here today. I hope to see you guys. Well, you guys that are watching right now, probably next Thursday. But other than that, yeah, just stop by whenever you want. Next stream probably on Sunday. Maybe Saturday, depending on how my voice is. But we'll see. Bye bye. Have a good one.